When you think about giving up, remember, it may be a little bit easier to remember that you're doing this for us all.
Stop being so selfish.
I know that'll get him. It gets me.
I know.
Dang it, I got this.
I mean,
Got this.
it's funny. I've gotten to a place in my life. We talk about manifesting, and most people think I'm manifesting it for me,
Yeah.
but let's manifest it for the world.
And for the young person, for your daughter that looks up
Yeah.
to you, for the people that maybe there's some young people that look up to me.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Jeneth Blackert.
And I'm Leonka Reyna.
And this is a Haute Hustle Mystic Morning Show. Today we are talking about manifesting and manifesting parties for yourself and for this planet. I wrote up a very cool blog post with some of my little cheeky language and a little help from other bloggers and some chat GPT too. As I was crafting this, I thought, let's just hit all the major points of this. And so I put out a post on even like some of the herbs and things you should put in your new moon water to help with some manifestation. So I made some rosemary lavender water, lavender for that sleep calm effect,
Okay.
and rosemary for manifestating, because I want to manifest a beautiful, peaceful future. And I find that my nervous system gets amped up really fast in doing this business again. It just is, I get frustrated and then I got to go back and do all my nervous system stuff. And I would really love a world where there was less of that.
It's the second of a three-part moon, and the third one will happen in January. So, very closer to the earth. It's definitely migrating and moving things.
It is happening, man.
I just coming out of me. And so the three-eye atlas is now in a place where we can't see it, but it will reemerge around the 21st of December. Now, lots of theories are going on about what it actually is. The most interesting thing to me still is that it has the comet on this, the tail on this is actually forward facing. So it's in front of the actual comet, and it's actually headed towards, like it was facing towards the earth. So there's just a lot of anomalies about this. They're calling, even in one article, it was a news article like CBS, it was actually calling an object instead of the word comet. And that was just a subtlety I found. And of course, the Harvard professor, Avi Loeb, is still talking about how it just has these many anomalies. It could be a spacecraft, an extraterrestrial probe, different ideas on the internet. That is how we respond to something. So I would really, of course, there's all the theories of the Draco and all this negative stuff. I really encourage us to look at what's the positives here. We now have this really great technology. It was less than 400 years ago. We used to think that the sun revolved around the earth. We used to think that the earth was flat. Now we have all these technologies, and we can get out to space, and we can send photographs. We can get them from Mars, right? To see different things out in our solar system. So that right there is a celebration. Look how much more we can use our own intuition and our guidance system to connect with this particular object in the sky.
Yes.
And then finally, in our more recent news, Comet lemons close to perch. And if you're thinking they're
Comet lemons.
So there is a reason why there's a couple lemons been Comet, like the name Comet. And that is because it's named after usually the person that found the comet, that found it in the object in space, or by the organization. And this happens to be the organization, the Comet Lemon, right? So they've been calling it the Comet Lemon. And its closest approaches to Earth is happening tonight, y'all.
Oh, cool.
So we've got the new moon, we've got the three-eye atlas, we've got the comet, and then we've got the fragments of the 75-year comet that comes through.
Wow.
Lots of amazing things happening. The comet is as bright as about the fourth magnitude star, making its borderline naked eye object look terrific through small telescopes. So for those who are sky watchers, definitely take a look tonight. We've just got all this magic happening.
I know. It's
Absolutely.
manifesting magic day.
Right.
I wore my cloak. And I've got some morning brew with woo.
Let's do this.
It's not pretty looking, but you know what? They now make
That means you use it, right?
Oh, I use it all the time.
Yeah.
After I bought this, they now have this.
What is it?
I'll tell you in a second. They now have this, it's a red light massager. And I've gotten 3 of these. And every time I get one, I'm like, this is okay. This is okay. This one, if you want help with your spine and the health of your spine and the mobility of the spine, this is the one for you. It's on Amazon. It's from some Brad dude. I marked it on our Amazon shop, which is amazon.houthustle.com. That's for all our little morning brew with woo little tips. But I have this practice where I use these things. And this one was like $60. And now they have a wireless one, and now they make it in pink. I use it almost every single night. And I was thinking, what could I share about wellness? When you do these things on a regular basis, if it elevates your mood, if it elevates your energy, if it makes you feel better, if it makes you feel more relaxed in my case and drop that nervous system down, isn't it worth $60? And especially for something you use every single night.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just feel like I just need to share some of the things that I'm doing to just help move the energy, move the frequency, move my body in a way. I wouldn't recommend it if it wasn't a good one.
Obviously, it's a good one. You can tell you use it. So thank you for that.
I was like, this isn't pretty, but I'm going to bring it on the show. So again, the Amazon shop, if you're interested, is amazon.houthustle.com.
Nice. I always think it's important to talk about the things that improve our quality of life. And those are the things that raise our frequency. So
yeah, there's some cool wearables where they like vibrate you like all night to activate your vagus nerve and things like that. Does that device really work? Or do I even want a device on me? But
I have purchased things that have been like a fluke. And so that's why I appreciate you coming on here talking about the things that do work.
Yeah. So I'm going to keep bringing things in because I am a wellness nut. I love stuff like that. I also have this red light that I wear at the same time. I'll bring it on some show and I'll be in bed with this like red all over me and then I'm watching TV.
I saw a really cute meme of this little boy. He comes in to walk into the room and he's like, when you walk in and your friends and they're doing their mystic stuff and one of them's got the red light mask and then they're got the sage going on and the mom is like doing this and got the crystal and the poor little boy. It was so cute and funny because it's just so normal, which I think is becoming really the norm anyway. I'll have to show that meme. I was like, Bryson, is this you? And my son, he's, yeah, mom. When I walk, he goes, when he first saw the red light mask in my room, he's like, Mom, what is that? Because it looks like a Jason's killer mask. Like,
right? It does. Yeah. Talking about making you feel better. We put out our new moon water a couple of days ago that you just saw the picture too, and the blog post. And I had my daughter on sticky notes. I was like, okay, so what do you want? I was like, so what's a goal that you want to accomplish? And so I actually helped her make some goals, passing her manicurist test. I'm like, okay, that's happening the Monday after the wedding weekend. So let's just put it on a little sticky note and put it under our new moon water so that I pull the energy in. In the blog article, I was doing just some light things and it made me really think of how the moon cycles up with us, right? How we talk about the moon cycles. We've talked with Masami Covey about how the moon affects the earth and how if we didn't have the moon and the oceans operating the way that they are, then we would be in quite the chaotic places. And I just think that doing things like this is also an honoring of this earth and Gaia, not just doing it for yourself, for manifesting. I know that we put it out and it's just something fun to do for your mind so that you start focusing on the things you really do want. That's my view around this, is really doing things for the sake of it's fun. It's fun to do it. And it's also anything else that'll help manifest. I'm all in.
Yeah. When you look at chi, so the practice of chi, improving chi in your life and in your home, Everything is placed because I did a whole course and then I cheated my house. I get these inspirations.
Tea or
My house.
sage, like you cleansed it.
And I went in with intentionality, placed things around my house that improves the chi. So I did that and cheated my house. You're funny.
Yeah.
So I feng shuied my house. And so everything is done with intentionality. And whether it's you putting a red ribbon in the backspace of your fame and fortune place, or you do something to improve the area where if you're trying to get pregnant for your kids and knowledge, whatever those things are, they're just done with tons of intentionality. Now, if you subscribe to the placebo effect, you doing that intentionality, whether or not it's the right color, that in and of itself will change things, because now you have thought process. And if you believe it works, if you really do, then it does.
And if you don't believe it works, it can still work.
At some level, you do have belief that it does work. Otherwise, you wouldn't be out there doing it.
I feel that when you focus on an intention, it just seems like a lot of extra effort sometimes, like witches with their spells and their potions, and you've got to go get a wart from a warthog and put it in a witchy spell. But if you go to all that effort to find all these like rare ingredients because you want this one thing, and you believe if you put it in that potion that you're going to have that, it just seems like a lot of extra work sometimes when you could literally just go into meditation and request it through the field.
Are you saying the moon water has no point?
I'm saying it's an honoring and it's a celebration
I was asking.
of Earth. And it's beyond just manifesting.
Okay, so if you could just go into the meditation of it and request it,
then I wouldn't have this whole topic to talk about on the show.
Oh,
I feel like I know. I feel like
how'd you just walk yourself out of that?
Oh, look, and I'm not saying I'm right.
No, here's the
So
thing.
maybe I'm wrong.
Two things can be true at the same time.
Yes.
And both are correct.
Play on it.
And the truth is that, one, yes, we can just go in and manifest it and go into meditation and request it. The other thing is that when we set intentionality, just like you did with your daughter, she now knows what intentions are. She now knows what her stated goals are. And it is a proven fact that people that write down their goals are, and I don't know the number, but more likely than not to have had those goals come true than the people that didn't. When they did a study, they looked at the people that actually wrote down their goals, look at them daily, whatnot. Those people were like 50% more likely to have achieved those goals than the people that never wrote them down. Right? Because they didn't really actually state them out loud, right? You put a date on those with her. That makes it, she may have that goal, yes, but it made it more.
A doctor in 2020 said that I was going to need a hip replacement. So then I can go one way or the other. That's probably right. And then I can manifest that path. Or I can trust and believe in Joe Dispenza's work that I actually can go into meditation, wake up a different person, a healed person, and live my life from that frequency and follow the dots on how to not go down that path or that degenerative path, so to speak.
Say this before, but when I was channeling Nostradamus, lots of people were afraid of Nostradamus. I was too. I thought that was black magic. I thought that, oh my gosh, I mean, it's evil. And when I really understood, he said that the reason why he said, I only gave humanity the darkest, most doomsday prophecies for what I was seeing, so that because you guys are so powerful, your mind is so immensely powerful to the degree you do not even understand. He said, when you look at those prophecies and what I saw, so that you could intend in your sewing circles, I always thought about, you can intend and set an intention for the opposite, so that you can visualize the opposite of that doomsday. And so that we would have more urgency around doing that. So when you hear something like the doctor give you a hip replacement, instead of having that be your truth, just like Dana said, she said, everyone has their own truths. No one can really tell you what to be your truth is wrong.
But most people have put these certain people with credentials on a hierarchy, and we think they know tons more about our body than we do.
And so I can see how I would have, without knowledge about this power we have, I probably would have thought, I've already scheduled it. I wrote, what,
Yep.
here's the day I'm going to have my hip replacement surgery.
Yeah, let's just get it done and get on with my life might be the attitude that a person could have.
Instead of having the surgery be the outcome, now you can have the visualization, the intention, the heart coherence when you drop in to visualize and intend for the opposite of that or other alternatives, which is what you've done and have had lots of success. Y'all should have seen her when I first, before we even started this show. I don't want to go into too much of your own thing, but
no, I don't care.
She barely could walk through my door. And this isn't the Janet that I had remembered. We hadn't seen each other in probably 4 years. I don't know. And she walked through the door. She's going to do some stuff with the dogs. And she's like using, I don't know if you had a cane or not, but you were hobbling.
And it was like, get on the floor and take a picture of the dog close up. I was like, I can't get on the floor.
She's like, yeah, can you take this? Can you get the dogs? And I was like, yeah, of course. And remind you, this is the person that would do all of this yoga and all of this stuff, just super fit. And you were just not you at that time.
Yeah.
And that was because you were obviously suffering the hip pain.
I was suffering COVID pain too. Yeah, I think that everything at that time and just it was just depressing being almost like locked in. And my husband, because we were a little older than if you're 50 or older,
than the kids,
then
right?
You're gonna die. And I didn't ever intuitively think that I was ever going to get it, and nor did I ever think I was going to die. But I didn't also want to be somebody that was just a carrier of it or something like that, so that I would give it to somebody else and then find out that they died because of me. And you think in like how we're mapped out as a hologram, so to speak, that wouldn't have even happened. That wouldn't have been a possibility. But it's taken me a while to like really, truly get that in my belief system. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yesterday we did a taping with Inba, which is
wow.
She's a Wicca and she's a witch by craft, and she's been studying Wicca for years, 20 plus years, an amazing chica. And she accurately predicted when Donald Trump and Elon Musk were gonna divorce, if you will, that whole thing. They're like, when are they gonna have a falling out? And she did this for this one magazine, and she didn't even know. She goes, oh, I'll give you a time frame. And she didn't even know that the time frame had actually came true until they posted the next part of her in this really big publication in the UK. Yeah. They were like, famous like UK scientist,
celebrity.
Yeah,
celebrity psychic predicts
accurately predicts Elon Musk and Donald Trump's divorce. It was so cute. And she's like, oh, that actually came true. So everybody was like calling her and stuff. Anyway.
And that's not just the first one.
We were talking about how she uses the blend of astrology and tarot in order to do these types of predictions and where she sees stuff. And before we'd even talked with her, I knew that's going to be the subject, but I was coming through Janet's door, and you know how all revelations happen. I'm just kidding. I was walking through Janet's door, and as I was walking, was reading about the comet that was coming through with all its little trail, and it was saying it was every 75 years that it comes through around Earth. And I thought, wow, if everything is mapped out, like astrology, the tarot, the Torah code, like even Obama's name is in the Torah. And then you have human design, and some of these predictions are so freaking accurate. Like, how do you even have that? How does some book from way in the ancients have Obama's name in the Torah code, right? Like, it is all, there are these nexus points. And then all of a sudden it hit me, it was like, there are these, if it makes sense, if we're a holographic image, if we are the matrix in projection, there are lots of stuff mapped out, just like the stars would be mapped out. And there are key nexus points that are the favorable conditions for. Now, you could have had a point in your timeline where the favorable conditions for that hip replacement are in fact true, or you, because we have free will, can navigate to a higher timeline in which you hit a different and more favorable outcome. Just Nostradamus' has been trying to get the point across to us that we have a different timeline that is more favorable for us. But there are nexus points in our holographic field where there is a timeline where the doomsday does happen. Do y'all believe me?
Yeah.
But we do have places in which we navigate that. And so that's why this work is so important and why we love the Mystic Society, to bring it all back around, because we support each other in reaching and accessing and manifesting those higher timelines, those most best outcomes. And believe you me, when two or more are gathered, even in prayer, it says in the Bible that we have more power, more intentionality, and ask and you shall receive.
I like the word mindful a little bit better for intention. I might use them together for a little while. I really feel that my future is to do everything a lot more mindful.
I think the only thing that happens with me is that I read something that says if you, the mind or the brain, maybe it's the brain.
Yeah.
If you do everything from the brain is very mechanical.
Right.
And so if you do everything from the brain, then your life becomes mechanical. And then
no, I want the universe to guide me.
So I think the mindful is, I see the difference now.
Talking about the universe guiding me.
Go ahead.
So in this preparation to get ready for the wedding, I got a facial and I go to a woman that works with her trainer works with celebrities. She's done Meghan Markle's face and Kate Winslet's. And I said, my intention, my mindful intention was to find one of the best facialists here in Austin, Texas. So when she's telling me all this, I'm like, of course, you've been trained by the best of the best. She does this interoral massaging where she actually puts her hands in your mouth and she massages your cheeks from the inside. I've got some really cute pictures from her doing it, really weird and odd pictures of her doing it. Someday I'll put a reel together out on the Instagram land and you guys can see it.
I was just looking at good old Instagram again, and there's this one chica, her name is Elizabeth Carson. She did this form of trauma release, and one of the things they did, so that's really fascinating. And so when she is doing that work for you, so the one in her video was like they were pulling her tongue out and she was like crying because of the release that she was having, because she really understood it from that point. But in some way, when that chica is doing that work on you, there's a release of trauma, which also immediately can change the way you glow.
Yeah. I feel like that happens through massage too. Have you ever been in massage and you just break out in tears?
Yes, weird.
I also have a really good massage therapist here in Austin. So if you ever want one,
I will
come to me. That's it. Yeah, he's pretty extraordinary and he'll go anywhere and everywhere that you request to.
When you are working with some of these people that work on your body, if you can find some people that also, and most of the time they also do, in my experience, have subscribed to some type of mysticism.
Yeah, my massage therapist says, I study tarot, and it's so interesting how the cards are set up. It's like the hero's journey.
Yes, he's absolutely
and you said
right.
that too. Yes. And I don't know enough about it. I'm still learning. And gosh, after we talked with Inbal, I was like, I would like to train with you.
This is an in-depth course. It's worth like literally $5,000.
I can't wait for you guys to see this. The amount of times that my mouth just dropped open in awe, I'm like, what? Are you kidding me?
It was wild, right?
Yeah, it's a ride.
Yeah, we had interviewed her before, but we just hadn't gotten deep enough.
No, we liked the folklore and stuff that she spoke about, but man, that was absolutely like mind-blowing. I say that a little bit about them, but this one was like, what?
And guess what? You get to watch it on Thursday.
Yeah, so that's coming on Thursday. Gosh, I really can't wait to see some of your comments and your feedback on that show. We'll be in the back chatting you up. So
especially those that know us, y'all know what we talk about, what
where we go.
Yes, our visions are, and the different things that kind of ail us. And so you'll be surprised to hear some of the things that she gave us feedback on as well.
Yeah.
And how you can start to, she'll talk about, and how you can work with her. It's really fun.
Yeah.
And then we'll preface for the next time when she'll have her big course available for us at
Yeah.
a super, super low discount.
Insane
Yeah.
course. It took her,
Yeah.
what, 3 years
Yeah.
to do it?
Yeah. And she knows her stuff.
Yeah,
So,
it's 1,500 hours, I think.
oh, I can't wait.
But
It'll be
yeah,
cool.
I know. It's so exciting. Wow. I just feel so lucky to be graced by people that really not just know this information, but walk this information. And I really feel like a lot of the summit was people that have been seekers for years, 20, 30 years, and then they come and support us in these simple conversations, but then they become profound. I know you weren't here for Karen Tobias, but holy moly, she has these simple processes that makes you look at, wow, this is real simple. And at the same time, you've got to be there for it. That's
Sure.
where the intention and the mindfulness comes in.
If anyone wants any facilitation live today, we can do that with you too. So be sure to raise your hand. I just wanted to preface that as well.
Yeah.
We're just having a little bit of free flow, and let us know what you, as she was recapping on the summit, anything coming through for you that you may be experiencing from the summit. We still have the replays up. They will be up for the rest of
Month. Yes.
and we really encourage you to listen to them, but listen to them on replay too. So if you hear an activation such as if Phyllis is really warming your heart, you can take a pause, let it integrate, and then come back and replay that. It's again, we do this available as a free resource. You can always, if you want the lifetime replay VIP pass that is there on the How Hustle Live page. So just look for where it says the yellow button, it says VIP. You can get them all of the replays plus the previous summits all on replay for lifetime. They're all yours. That's probably 15 hours times 3 of content there.
And more coming.
So anyway, it's $47, just $47 for all of that content. And you can really start to see the progression, even of the speaker. That has changed me as well. So like where I see it's inspiring.
Yeah. And if you're part of Mystique, you get it just by joining Mystique.
There you go. And the way in which you join Mystique is hustle.com/join. And I was like,
and just a reminder, if you do want to join us at the live event, which is the 7th, 8th, and 9th in Austin, Texas, just email us at team@howhustle. And I want to invite anybody that is not a regular Mystique member to just feel free to contact us and be a part of this world. I feel like sometimes there's a barrier to entry because it is, whoa, what might happen to me if I join this too?
That's a good thing to think about. It's like sometimes that's even your ego that's holding you back because something might be so cool and what else is possible for you because you might join something and be around other people that you may find an elevation. And sometimes our ego wants to hold us back from having that really massive change in our life. So evaluate that. It's less than the cost of a dinner out with friends to hang and have massive transformation with friends.
Yep.
Per month. There you go.
All right, Renee, you're up.
I'm having a physical condition right now, and I don't know if it's just from neighbor interaction or just nervous system, and I'm trying to figure out how to calm my nervous system down and what is a best tool that I can use.
What are your thoughts that are coming through your mind?
I feel like I'm just in a state of, I'm having physical reactions, and that's causing a state of fear.
What are your physical reactions?
Rapid heartbeat.
How long has it been going on?
It's been since this weekend, and I'm having an issue with a neighbor, and I think they're doing stuff. But it's
so truth, are they doing stuff? If you tap into spirit. So what are they doing?
Ultrasonic type things. And then they use a vibrator on the wall.
Like personally for you or?
At me, yes, 100%.
And you've asked them to stop?
No.
Why
They're not
not?
approachable.
Can you get the cops involved?
No, I've looked into all of it, and I feel like at this point I need to calm my nervous system down because I think it's attributed to that as well.
Okay, first of all, we're going to put a prism of white light
Oh,
all around your space. Okay, so that way that you are the infinite being in your body. Okay, and the body, the ones that are the infinite being that has the body, we have the control over what enters our body first and foremost. And so we're going to make a commandment here. Okay, let's take a deep breath
Yes.
and release. And first, let's just do, I just got the hit. Let's do this for everybody to do an entity release.
yeah.
You want to
Yes.
walk us through that? And
Yes.
then I'll do the prism
My
of white light.
favorite thing.
Oh my gosh, this is
And
gonna
you
be great.
guys all should know how to do this.
Yes, I was so crazy.
Yeah.
I just had this it the other day. So
Yeah.
I'm excited that we're doing this. Okay.
And Renee, you can be the voice.
Okay.
So, Truth, how many entities do you have in your body right now?
3.
Okay. What number are you?
Oh,
Out of all the
three.
entities-
3 came up.
Oh, okay. Okay. Are you all 3?
No.
Okay. What number are you?
1.
Okay. So entity 2 and 3, please step forward. Who are you? Who were you before that? Who were you before that? What's your job here with Renee? What was your job here before that? What was your job here before that? What will your job be in the future? Take all your magnetic blueprinting and leave her body now, and take a breath, Renee. Do you feel more space or less space?
I feel like there's one still here. Sure.
Let's go down that one. What's the value of holding on to this entity for you? What's the value of holding on to it?
And as she's doing that, you can do this for yourselves.
Protection.
Okay. So truth, is it protecting you?
No.
Okay. So now now that you've had that awareness, can you ask for it to leave?
Yes.
Yeah. It seems like it just left.
Oh, yeah.
And wow, cool.
Whew.
Let's do the exercise one more time so I can let everyone know. When she asked Renee which number she is, like for example, when she asked Renee, I knew I was number 2. My entities were number 1, 3, 4, and 5.
Mhm.
I had picked up some. I'm pretty open though.
Okay, we can
for-
have that
for trans-
conversation
For
too.
transmission sometimes, and I do entity clearings
Yeah.
often. Because sometimes entities think that they can have a transmutation of their energy through me. And sometimes subconsciously, I think that I can help in that way.
Yeah. Renee, would you like to make your body and yourself a non-entity zone?
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, can
Yes.
you really be convicted about this, or is this just sure do it to me? Like this has to come.
I need it. I
Okay.
need it.
Okay.
And everyone, this is very powerful.
Yeah.
Can I ask a
Very
question?
powerful.
Yes. Ask.
Non-entity, it doesn't erase good
No, you can still
people who are
channel.
helping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of these entities are of our same realm. They're just ghosts.
Ooh.
They're just spirits that are just like us. They might have been human spirits. They've just lost their body.
Lots of times they don't
Even know that they're doing it. Maybe they're alcoholics
Exactly.
and they're in your body telling you to
Yes.
drink. It could,
Yes.
yeah, it could be a food. You can have a food entity where every time you go in the kitchen, you hear in your head, eat.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Oh.
Those Cheetos.
Usually, and also if you hear a lot of thoughts that like you should do this, because you don't talk to yourself in the second person, you talk to yourself in the first person. I am going to. And that's why I am statements are so powerful.
I've tried that to calm my nervous system down this weekend, but it didn't work.
Yeah,
Usually
you might want to
moving.
really move your body. Yeah, I really feel like doing some qigong
Look
and
it up.
yeah,
Look up some
even some of
poses.
the
Yep.
C
that.
C-H-I gong.
Yeah.
Okay.
qigong
Oh.
and the gong works,
Okay.
breath work
Get
works.
out in nature before it gets cold, but just go and walk in a park. And move,
Yeah.
jump, and stuff like that. Like you got to shake some of this off.
Yeah.
But I do really get that it was a lot of entity distortion that was happening for you, which was allowing you to be perceptive to that stuff that was going on with the neighbor. That person could still be doing what they're doing, but now you have a new coat of armor when we talk about that you're not available for entities anymore. So those of you who are frequently, like you go to a bar often, or you go hang out in some of these, and maybe a seedy space. Like I always go out with my girlfriends. Man, once I learned about entities, I could see them everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
It was terrifying. My best friend was like, "Dude, what's up with her?" I was like, "I don't know." She was like trolling looking, and I don't know what she was on, but I was like, "Dude, we got to get out of here."
A lot of times when people are like, my guides told me to do this,
Yeah.
and it's not, and it's written in a way that it's not like from their heart.
Yep.
It's not like I'm choosing to do this.
Yeah.
That's often an entity thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like your guys are very pushy. Whenever they're like, "You must," and you're saying,
You
"No."
should, or
Yeah, you're
you
like,
have to, that kind of
that's
energy,
a
but it
different-
doesn't really come from you and your choice. That's
Yeah.
when you really know that.
Your guides are not going to be
Yeah.
doing that. They don't instill fear.
Yeah.
They are very supportive. Your guides have a much more positive sounding way. And again, if it doesn't feel light, then most likely it's an entity being a trickster. Remember, there's trickster entities, and we talk a lot about it on the show, but we never really talked about how to clear them. So I think this is important.
Another thing that we have to address is really get out in nature and be with trees and grass and let them show you and be with it. I was outside doing hot and cold plunges when my nervous system went off the chart. I was just like, okay, I've got to do something extreme here to chill out. And alcohol and pot aren't going to help for sure. I mean,
My neighbors smoke pot.
that's why you need to be a non-entity zone.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying pot is wrong.
No.
I'm just saying that they just don't help whenever you're in those spaces.
And especially if you know these tools, you can always clear them.
We'd be a non-entity.
You demand it of yourself. Once we get these cleared out, you can
Okay.
do this for yourself. We don't have to do
Yummy.
this for you.
Okay.
Then you
Okay.
say, I'm creating myself as a non-entity zone. And you just be from the infinite being that you actually are. Just come all the way in and be that one within. Yep.
Wonderful.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank
Well,
you.
good luck with it. It seems like you've already investigated that you can't get them to stop doing it. So that means you've got to make these choices for
So
you.
take another deep breath real quickly, because I want to put a pyramid of white light around your space. And just drop into your heart, and everyone can do this too. I do this sometimes when I have these spooky wookies at night if it feels creepy around me. So imagine from the earth, there's an anchor, and pull it up through your sacral and through your spine. And imagine from the cosmos and the field and all of our guides and the Akashic records that there's a beautiful crystalline white light that comes to meet that anchor from the core of the earth. Great. Now let's take that from the middle of your heart, and I'm doing this pretty quickly. And imagine you're above your head and further, and above your apartment if you're in an apartment. And now from that peak, you're going to expand, and from this structured pole, you're going to expand this beautiful, oh, it's so magnificent, top of a pyramid that starts to drip down, and it has so much power. And let's place that at all the different points. So if you're in a house, you put them at the points of your yard, all the way out, closer to the street. And you just blanket the entire area now and underneath your feet. And you just fortify that ground with this beautiful crystalline white light. Now inside, feel that love and that white light all around that space that you just created of that pyramid. Beautiful. Now this pyramid is fortified with crystalline bright white light and anchored into the earth. It cannot be penetrated. It is yours for safety, love, and joy, health, and wellness. And take a deep breath. Let's just let that come into our bodies and activate all of our cells. Beautiful. And release. And as we walk out into our day, this and for whatever, and if you feel like it's dissipating, bring it back.
Yeah.
Reactivate it, but it stays activated.
Yeah.
And you can leave your house with the crystalline pyramid.
It's funny, when my son was about 4 years old, and he started to go to little elementary schools, and he was in a little private school at the time. And although I dropped him off, I started to imagine like this very like bubble that went around him to protect him. And it was just a natural thing. And I kept doing it all the way through high school. And every time, like I would sleep, I wouldn't get up with him every morning, and I'd just be in bed and I'd hear the door shut and I'd be like,
that's beautiful. Very much
protective globe activate, right?
Yes, that's very much it. God,
know.
really, what a
that was just like an
intuitive
intuitive thing. I did it with Julia too. I was just like, for their greatest good.
Oh my gosh, I've been doing this for a long time. That's exactly
Yeah.
it. Wow, beautiful. And so it works the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, you're up.
I think you're still muted. There we go.
There we go. Thank you for bringing that up, Renee. You just focused me, and I was struggling for some kind of focus towards the part where Jenith was going. In what way was that protecting your body? I wasn't aware this disease that I'm dealing with was protecting in any way, but alarms went off. And I immediately answered none. Amazed.
How many entities are related to diseases? How many entities create diseases because we are doing something that isn't for our highest? And everywhere where we're mad at ourselves for taking a path where we weren't in our highest, will you destroy and create everything that is? Wow. Interesting.
Yeah, there is some of that. Thank you for the focus.
Yeah. And thank Leonka, because she
Can
mentioned
break that, it can break that slump and get me going.
Yeah.
You don't know how grateful I am
Wow. Thank you.
for that.
And everybody, let's just enjoy
Quite powerful.
Or anybody that is requiring it right
any
now.
of you that's requiring, you can either write in the chat, maybe just say me, all of us. Let's send each other some, take a deep breath, send each other some energy and love and healing. And we're going to do kind of jazz hands, but they're energy balls, and we're going to send them to each other.
As an infinite being.
Yes. And on 1, 2, 3. Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. And really pull it all in, knowing that this changes things. 1, 2, 3. Woo!
Wow.
Joe, we sent you some love. Everyone, we sent you Renee. Those that said me on the chat. Each other, friend.
Yeah.
Good.
Wow.
That heals, y'all. Nostradamus told me so.
Actually, it's funny because that doesn't even seem weird, right?
Anymore. I can't believe
Like
I'm saying that all the
someday I'm
time.
gonna be like that moon water. It works so well.
Wow.
I do think that when there's an exercise and a fitness regime that one person should be doing that they're avoiding doing, there's something clearly there. Yeah. It's like, why am I not doing regular cardio and
Yeah.
things like that? It's wait a second, you know that's
Mhm.
like for your greatest good, that's for your greatest future. Why aren't you choosing things like that? And you know that you will choose laziness over exercise probably any day of your life. Especially if you've gotten to a point that you look good and you feel pretty good.
Yeah.
So there's all these justifications, there's all this noise where what if we were just one being in this beautiful body and we just allowed the universe to guide us to do the and make the healthiest choices and the most generative choices for us and the greater good of all. And there'd be so much less noise if we could literally be of one, this one being that makes these one choices, and there's no wibble wobble with our decisions in any way.
Or wrongness. Sometimes what I get most discouraged about is when I know that I'm going to change, I'm going to go do
Yep.
something.
And then it's been 6 months and I don't do anything.
And then
I said that at the beginning of the year and I'm not doing anything. And I'm calling myself out
Me
because
too.
this is, yeah, it's yes, I want these other things in my life, but that doesn't mean I don't have 30 minutes to do some sort of movement. I do feel like we need to call ourselves out when we need to call ourselves out.
Yeah, I need to.
When we've been drinking, I'm like the queen of drinking too much diet soda.
And you always get
And then I'll stop for the longest time. Yeah, and I get on you for
aspartame or like the
the artificial
sugars.
sugars
Yeah.
and then I get on you about the aerosol spray, hairspray, and like the list goes on. So it's no, stop pointing your finger at other people. Start
Yes,
pointing it
I
at
am
yourself. I'm the whole black cauldron for the Halloween story.
I'm kettle and I'm black. But sometimes when I can raise my hand and say, yes, I'm kettle, I'm black.
Oops, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
But
because
we acknowledge
from that
it
place,
and we
from that
grow.
acknowledgement, we do grow and we make change. And then even if you have those times where like I said I was going to change and I still haven't, don't make yourself wrong.
Yep.
When you're calling yourself out, you don't have to make yourself.
You just need to make a new choice
Yes.
and jump a new timeline and
Yes.
be different.
Yes.
Yes.
Sometimes we stay too much in that wrongness and we're like, shit. You know that I quit smoking like 10 times.
I didn't even know you smoked.
See? Cigarettes, y'all,
Huh.
cigarettes. I started with my friends, like, I don't know, we
High
started
school or
smoking biggies.
something?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
biggies. And then in college, we smoked all the time between breaks. That's how we met up. And I'm talking about it.
It's like a true addiction, though. It's
Really
a little bit
strange. It's
different
just
than
one of the
other.
hardest addictions to break. Whatever your addiction is, seems like the hardest when you're
Yeah.
in your addiction. It could be gambling, and I don't know what that's. But we do have a higher power. We do have ourselves. But if I had stopped on the 9th time and said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna keep smoking," and I keep saying I'm gonna quit,
then
but I
you
don't
keep
quit.
saying you can't do it too.
So then, if I had stopped on that 9th time, I may not have tried the 10th time. And on the 10th time, I finally did. But if I had given up one of those 1 through 9 times, I would not be sitting
Yeah.
here today saying I quit smoking. And then I would have the occasional cigarette. And then I'd be like, Bianca, if you have that occasional cigarette, you're introducing it back to your
Yeah.
body.
Well, that's what I did with the Diet Coke. And, you
Yeah.
know, and then it becomes a thing.
Yeah.
I've probably quit Diet Coke drinking maybe 6 times for real. Like it's gone away a whole year.
You get it.
2 years.
Same thing with cigarettes.
Interesting.
And so you can't stay in those places of where you make yourself wrong for that, because the faster we can get back to, I'm making a new decision, I'm giving it up
Yeah.
again, is when you can get back to par and create new timelines, because we know that they're real, that's mapped. We can
Yes.
go places within this traverse. It's so cool.
I know. Now we know.
Now we
But
know.
we didn't know that
No.
10 years ago. We
No.
weren't- Yeah. See, now he says it's going to be a tough road. Maybe it doesn't have to be a tough road. Like that the words are codes.
Yeah, don't solidify that.
I know.
It's gonna be a road.
Just
It's
be
gonna be a road.
present with each. Yeah. I feel like somebody who has a serious,
It's just a
yeah,
journey.
it's just a
I'm going to
journey.
explain that since
You
I'm
don't have to
sitting here.
explain it. No,
That's
stop.
just
It
a
doesn't
step
need a
to move me
justification.
in that direction.
It's going to be so tough for me to ride the Peloton every day, 5 days
See
a
how it
week.
feels, y'all?
Instead of, wow, it's going to be
Let me do
easy and fun and
let me do an
light
exercise with you.
for me to start this journey.
What are you grateful about your body? Joe, you do this too.
Okay.
Everyone can play along.
This is fun. Okay.
What are you grateful about your body?
I'm grateful that I've got good looks and I'm cute.
She is.
And in general,
little
it doesn't overreact to things. Like it doesn't overreact
Okay.
to, like, my daughter's body overreacts to dairy. So I'm really grateful that I can eat almost
Right.
anything.
I want to hear what y'all are grateful for. I want every single person to put something in that you're grateful for.
Yeah.
I'm grateful I have good knees.
I'm grateful that I've got good hips and knees and all my joints.
That's right. And I'm really grateful. I like my legs.
Yeah,
I like
I
my
like your legs too. I like your legs a little like more than I like my own. But I am very grateful for my muscle.
Yeah,
I've
that's
got like
what
a,
I'm trying to get to. Okay, are
you
they
know,
healthy? They may not be all the way healthy, but do
they're
you walk
pretty good,
around?
healthy. Yeah.
Okay,
No,
good.
they're strong and they lift me up and take me
Good.
places. And I'm grateful for that.
How about everybody breathing? Are we breathing?
Yeah.
Everybody breathing?
Yep. We love.
Take a deep breath.
Grateful that my eyes, my ears, and all my five senses work incredibly well. Even when I get grumpy with my needing glasses, I thank God I can see out of glasses, because there could be a place and space where that wasn't a part of my possibility. So I'm infinitely grateful.
Now, are you grateful that you can sit on the Peloton?
I
Just
am.
sit on there. Just imagine yourself sitting on there. Okay. Now, are you grateful that you can pedal a little bit?
Yep, not my.
You don't have to go fast.
Yep.
Just imagine yourself pedaling. Are you grateful that your lungs are filling with air
Yes.
as you're pedaling?
Right.
Yes, very good.
Yes.
Are you grateful that you can go a little bit fast? Just a little bit. Let's just go a little bit of more. Okay, move. All right. Do you feel the sweat coming down?
Yes.
All right, good. Are you grateful that you have sweat? What does sweat
Yes,
do, right?
detoxes some of my stuff.
Absolutely. Now, from that space, can you feel a little more excited about having this beautiful body that sits up?
Yes.
Is that journey different?
Yes, because it brings me back to the present moment.
Take a deep breath. Now, from that space is how we should be envisioning all of our journey. Aren't you grateful that we have sails that know what to freaking do?
Aren't you grateful that we can connect with our guides so that we can be guided into these beautiful journeys to awaken more?
And aren't you grateful that even if we have symptoms that are like a fever or a cold or a runny nose, that our bodies have this beautiful, amazing way to notify us that something is going on, either in our physical or in our external, that we're now learning? Yeah. So from that place, can you be grateful for what you're experiencing? Because it's a symptom, it's just more information. Now take a breath. And just love on our bodies for just a moment more. Say thank you. Yes, thank you. No matter what you're going through with your body, say thank you. And it will support you too. And that's what I got for that.
One of the things that just came up that I wanted to make you guys aware of, when I was talking with Karen on Thursday, she talks about the things that you do in your life. You should be like a puppy dog wagging your tail.
Oh, okay.
I asked her, I said, what if you found and you're meeting somebody that feels really complacent and angry and in this space of just maybe contentment at the highest? What do you do with those people? How do you reactivate them? And she's gonna have them go back to the places of love, your heart's desire. What was it when you were a child? And really focusing on the things that you were good at was another one of her pillars. And even acknowledging the fear and how that fear wouldn't even be there if you didn't want change. And I played with those 3 pillars and I worked with them all night. And then the next morning, we had Adam on the show, and I was literally like that puppy dog. And Paula said, geez, Jeneth is acting like it's the first day of Christmas or it's Christmas Day or something like that. I really feel like that is what this universe is for. It's for us to love.
Yeah.
It's for us to follow the love in our hearts.
Yeah.
And it's
desires,
for us to look at these fears that's maybe outside of our comfort zone and truly love the journey, which is what you just addressed, and putting this whole modular thing together with that beautiful way of playing through it with gratitude instead of avoidance.
Yeah.
I just feel like it was just a beautiful candle on it, a beautiful cake.
Yes,
Right?
I agree.
Yeah.
agree.
So I thank you for that. Because I think we forget. We're like, we look at the 5 years and then I got to do all these things to get better. Gosh, if you saw what I did with my hip to get it better, stem cell, constantly getting injections for a year, and then PT that I do still every single month. I get a massage every month. I get acupuncture every month. These are the things that I do to stay well. Yes, it's work. I'm not doing the thing myself. I'm like hiring people to help me with my nervous system and things like that, where I could be doing more cardio, more swimming, even more walking.
Yes.
Because I've done all these to make it better. I've been working with the PT so I can dance at the wedding a little bit. Yes.
I'm so proud of you. Remember, when at the start of this call, I was talking about how you hobbled through the door.
Yeah.
I could barely even sit down.
And now I hardly even think about it because I have this method that really seems to work for me.
But had you looked at it as, it's going to
doom
take
and
forever,
gloom, and it's going to be hard work. We're not making you wrong, Jen.
You were talking about the Peloton.
It's just an invitation to make a shift around the look at it. I feel he might be even looking at it like, you're not going through what I'm going through, but it's still a journey.
Right.
Yeah.
And anything is possible.
Right.
That anything is possible. And
Yeah.
we can quantum leap. So we can collapse time and we can remove those extra steps with the right intentions that sometimes we eliminate, and we can go straight into the healing because we are in infinite possibilities. We've learned that now, that time is not linear and the experiences we have are not linear. So we can traverse through timelines to where you are that more healed person.
Yeah.
Don't you feel like you collapse time around that?
No, I absolutely have. Every time that, that you notice something in a really positive way, that it's shifted for the greater, truly give gratitude to that, give that energy, give that celebration. But we're talking manifestation, like this is true manifestation.
Truth.
Yeah.
And honestly, some things that we go through, you have to know that it has a greater good.
Yeah.
And when you heal yourself, even if it's just, and I don't want to say just because it's a big one, but even if it's just from the nervous system standpoint, you heal the greater good. Sometimes we take on these diseases or these ailments because we are healing for the greater good. What our guides know about us, especially if you're anyone on this call, is that you were fucking magical. And that you chose you. Don't forget that we chose ourselves for these missions, and it says, I got this. I can see Joe being like, I got this. I can change this for us. And because I know his heart, and he's in our inner circle in the mystique. And I can see him being one of those, I got this for us.
He can move storms. He can definitely do this.
I can see him being the person also as his higher self going, and when you do change this, because I know you will heal, you will have changed this for others. You will have elevated the timeline for us all. And when someone else sees that as your outcome, just like somebody sees you with a better hip and as an inspiration, then we know that it can be available for us. The same happens for us as we ascend, period.
Yeah.
So just know that you may be doing this. So when you think about giving up remember, it may be a little bit easier to remember that you're doing this for us all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stop being so selfish.
I know that'll get him. It gets me.
I know.
Dang it, I got this. I got this.
Yeah, it's funny. I've gotten to a place in my life. We talk about manifesting, and most people think I'm manifesting it for me,
Yeah.
but let's manifest it for the world.
And for the young person, for your daughter that looks up
Yeah.
to you, for the people that maybe there's some young people that look up to me. Maybe there's my sister across the way right here, and you're looking at me and be like, yeah, if she's got a feather on right now and a crown, she's talking into this mic, maybe I can too. That's what helps me keep going as well.
Yeah.
Just help one person every day.
Yeah.
Hope.
All right. Guys, I really hope you join us on Thursday for the live stream. It's going to be on the live page again, houtehustle.com/live. And I really think you're going to enjoy that conversation. It launches next Thursday at the same time,
So we
9
won't
a.m.
be on Zoom.
We won't be on Zoom. It'll be all live stream, but we will be chatting with you behind the scenes.
Of course. And then Jenith goes to a wedding
And
this
then
weekend.
my firstborn is getting married.
So send her some wishes as
Please.
a mother of the groom
Yeah.
for her firstborn.
I'm
It'll be
excited
exciting.
for him.
We'll send some pictures too. We'll put them on.
Now if I don't, I'll put it on my main account and then share it with Haute Hustle.
Cool. I'll take some pictures from the sidelines. Exciting, everyone. Have a great weekend. We love you so much. I know it's not the weekend yet, but we'll be on the chat.
See you Thursday. Bye.